Hey everybody, and welcome to our next video here. We're going to show everyone how we built our gates on our new fence that we did. We used the Adjustagate system and could not find any tutorials on how to build a horizontal gate to go with our horizontal fence. So here's a good way to do it with the Adjustagate. We had a couple of good strong friends help us out with this project. This particular fella had done this before for a horizontal gate, so he was able to kind of guide us a little bit, and we'll get started here by taking a look at the setup. You use a 2x4 on the top and the bottom, and we're going to have two of these sections here. They're 6 foot each, so we've got a 12-foot opening on this gate, and then the other gate we'll do is a 4-foot opening. So once you get the 2x4s on the top and the bottom attached, you want to add the cross sections that are going to go vertically. This is our second gate here we started on. Those vertical cross sections are what you'll mount your fence pickets to, and you'll basically just screw those into the upright 2x4s that you've mounted to those horizontal cross braces. And you'll be able to see the upright vertical 2x4s that the fence pickets will be mounted to for this 4-foot opening gate as well. And I'm just checking the way that this thing opens, and you can make adjustments to the depth of the where the brackets of the gate mount. You can make adjustments to the depth of those, to, depending on how you want your gate to open, how wide, or if you have any issues, you can take it off and loosen or tighten those, depending on what you need to do for your gate. Now, the reason that we chose the Adjustagate was because it is a very sturdy gate, and you will not have any sagging, because most of the components are metal. Even though we couldn't find any tutorials on how to build a horizontal gate, even after I emailed the company themselves, and I did hear back from them right away, that they did not have any suggested recommendation for how to build a horizontal gate. They said that if I did put together a video to please let them know. So I do plan to share this with the company just to show others, how you can do this with the Adjustagate. And as usual, I've got my helpers out there with me, running around. Now, I did want a super tight fit here. I wanted this gate to fit tightly, so I've got a little bit of notching away to do for the latching hardware in order to make that fit right in there real snugly. I just chiseled away some of the wood there, just probably 1/8 of an inch, just to let that hardware slide right into position. And you'll notice the little hole over to the right by the latch. I did drill a hole all the way through that 6x6 post, and there's a wire that's going to hook to the little latch mechanism so that you can open it from the outside very easily. And if you're worried about security, you can always throw a little lock or a carabiner or something like that in the latch there that'll help it stay locked. And now that we've got everything tight and fitting the way that we want it to, we're just going to go ahead and throw the level up there and tighten things up, make sure that we've got things square and level. Go ahead and tighten down the hinge brackets. and then we can kind of dry fit our boards and make sure that they're gonna fit properly. I think ours were just a hair tight, so we're gonna take them over and trim them off just 1/8 of an inch or so. And it's real important to make sure that that first board that you put up there is perfectly level, because you're gonna basically follow the line of that board the rest of the time. And I used 2 1.25 inch screws on each upright, so 6 per board, to make sure we had them in there real good. And these boards will shrink down a little bit as they dry out. So you want to make sure and just butt them right up next to each other. And you can see already the fence has been there for a couple of weeks, and there's a slight gap in between all the boards. But if you see there horizontally, they are lined up perfectly with the fence boards. So those fence boards have already shrunk just a little bit. And my wife is going to deliver some freshly cut trimmed boards there for me to use on the rest of that gate. And we're just about done with this one. Now it's time to move on to the 2 6-foot sections, and basically the same process. We're just going to cut the boards to the right size and mount them to those vertical 2x4s. And of course, I can't find my tools that I need. These little cross braces, these wires, I don't know if you can see them clearly, but they do adjust with like a come-along type of screw system, and those will help you level out and even the way that the gate sits where they meet. So I guess basically the squareness of it. And a clamp might be something to consider in this situation. Didn't think of that at the time. Shortly after we built this gate and this fence, we decided to sell our house, but I know that with the quality of that gate, it's going to be there for many, many years to come. We hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully it will help you when you're building your gate and your fence. And if you haven't checked out our fence video, please do. I'll put a link in the description. And please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.